What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. I'm going to focus in on the Boston Bruins losing David Krejci for 4 to 6 weeks, and how big of a blow Krejci is losing him is to the Bees. Partially torn MCL on his left knee, collided with Alex Steen. This is the second time in Krejci's career he's had a major injury on really just kind of a innocent play. That there was really no malice, in the hit against him. You go back to the playoffs in 2010 when the Bruins had that massive collapse against Philly. Everyone forgets Krejci went down with that injury. And Mike Richards hit him with a clean hit. It just, the way his wrist was on the stick, it just, his wrist went kapoof. And that was obviously a big, blow to the Bruins and a big reason why they blew that 3-0 series lead. But going a step further, the hit was, he actually, I think, initiated contact with Steen. So, it's, you can't fault Alex Steen for it. It's not exactly there was no, intent to hurt him in that play. Um, you know, it's it's a tough situation for the Bruins. They're up 3 points on Florida, same amount of games. They got Vancouver at home tomorrow night. I'll obviously be there, as I've tweeted about 1,000 times. And the Panthers lost back-to-back games when they really could have overtaken the Bruins. And then they got 2 games against the Blackhawks coming out. I'm not knocking the Panthers, but I think the Blackhawks, after getting routed by the Bruins of all teams, are going to be hungry, and they're going to be taken out in Florida tomorrow night at home. So then they're back at it again in South Florida um, Thursday night. So you look at where the Bruins are. Krejci's been banged up all year. It's kind of a lost year for him. Now, there's no bigger David Krejci fan than me. That's why every time something goes wrong, it's like, oh, let's trade Krejci. It's like, no, they need a guy like him because he can stick handle and create offense. A lot of guys can't do that on that roster. He's gonna be 29 in April. I don't know. I don't know if I felt like he'd be older or younger, but I really, again, I like his creativity with the puck, and that's a big reason why the Bruins are able to be such a dominant team year in and year out. I mean, he's one of the best playoff players in the NHL. I know last year's playoffs didn't go the way he wanted it to, but you look at how well he's been, how well it's been in the playoffs in the past. He's twice led the NHL in postseason scoring. The NHL, not just the Bruins, but the entire league. So, that's saying something about how great he is when the games matter most. On a consistent basis. And, maybe if he had a goal or two in that Montreal series, they'd win. I'm not going to sit around and speculate that. But the bottom line is Krejci is a very, very, very good NHL player. And one of the straw that stirs the drink for the Bruins. So, the team got to, figure it out. I mean, you look at the trade market. Maybe this puts in the market for Vermette. You look at Krejci's timetable. He comes back towards the end of the regular season, let's call it. If you add Vermette to keep your head above water, why sell off those assets? And it really, I want to see what happens in the next couple of days. We're 6 days away from the deadline. The Bruins got Vancouver, Jersey, and Arizona between now and the deadline. Those are 3 winnable games. Vancouver's a good squad, but Jersey's playing better than it has, and Arizona's playing for pride at this point. So, but if they go 3-0, is it worth getting a guy like Vermette? Load up, and then keep your head above water, get Krejci back in the playoffs, and go on like an LA Kings type run where you kind of sneak in and then dangerous. That's a decision Chiarelli going to make. And if you're asking me my opinion, I'd wait the 3 games. I'd see where they are Saturday night after Phoenix, after the Arizona game, and then see what happens. See what happens with Florida. Philly's still kind of in the mix. If those teams are still living on the heels, maybe just kind of say, all right, let's ride it out without Krejci. If we make it, great. If we don't make it, oh well. But definitely not the most ideal situation for Mr. Chiarelli. Anyway, that's like sort of the power play with CJ on David Krejci going down. Stay tuned for episodes for the season and beyond. Later, guys.